our agreement was that she would pay $400.
We never had no agreement. We ain't never had no agreement.
$400 1 second, Miss.
Because she's lying.
There will be no more outbursts. We're clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So about $1,200 every week. Right. Okay.
So let me
get back on our feet.
I understand all of that, but let me ask you a question. Just to fill in the gaps, right? So is it true what she said that you're supposed to give her $400?
No, that was never an agreement.
Okay, hold on. So was there any agreement for you to give her any money to financially support your children?
She said to...
No, that was a yes or no.
Not in that way. Not in that way.
So explain the way.
So when we talked initially, before even moving in, it was, y'all just come, just take your time, get yourselves together. I got you guys.
He says no, she says yes. The number is 400, but now the courtroom holds. Its breath, both stories clash, both faces tense. The judge listens, watches, waits. Was there a real agreement, or just empty words? Broken promises, echoes of the past now colliding with the truth. This case goes beyond drama. This is about duty, about consequences, about what happens when responsibility is
no longer temporary. But in the moments where I would say, you know what, I'm gonna do what I can to see what I can to get. It was her, the one that was talking about, oh, that's not a good place for my grandbabies. You don't need to take them over there. And, I worry about y'all's safety over there. And that's too far. And that'll be taking them out of their environment.
So are you, and please just stop beating on the table.
I'm sorry.
All of that is not necessary. I can assure you it's not.
This emotional.
I understand. Y'all need to calm down. All right.
I can't believe I'm even here. This is ridiculous.
Well, this is where you come when you want some relief, when you are wanting certain things to happen. You come to court to take care of it.
She begged for grandbabies. Now she raises them alone. Was it love or just lies? He claims no deal ever existed. She swears 3 years was never meant to be temporary. The courtroom starts to boil, tension thick. Like smoke, excuses fall one by one. Shattered stories, scattered truth, rising from the ruins. And what happens next?
It's unfortunate that the two of you couldn't work it out because you're mother and daughter, but this is where you come, right? So do you have any intentions of moving out and taking your children, or are you going to move out yourself and leave the children with her?
I mean, she knows what the situation is. I mean, when I was working, she knows at this point that there was a huge layoff because of COVID and why I started doing hair in the first place to try and make amends. So for her to sit over here talking about, oh, I got all these jobs and I got all this finance coming in at this point, it's just ridiculous. And it just shows to, just how low she'll stoop to how she behaved.
He says he tried to leave. She blocked him from taking the kids. She says he is twisting truth, playing victim emotions. Spiral out of control voices. Rise tension thick. Judge watches calmly unfazed. This is not about emotion. This is law and truth. What happens next cuts deeper than expected. Courtroom.
How she acts.
But she letting you live for free. She's been allowing you to do it for 3 years. She pays for everything for your children. She feeds your children. She takes them to school. She pays for health insurance. She's literally doing everything. You're doing nothing.
But that's her story. I'm doing more than I'm doing exactly what I can. I cook, I clean, I do what the stuff she asked me to do for church.
Hold on. Cooking and cleaning for a house that you reside in, you don't get any.
He lost his job. She calls him a burden. Is this love or leverage? Their bond shattered to boys caught in the middle. Silence fills the room. Judge leans in, asks one question. Everything shifts. No one is ready for what comes next. He pays every bill he calls, chores, contribution. Judge cuts through the excuse. Parenting takes more than cooking. Truth
Okay, you should do those things, right? But in terms of your children, what are you doing? Because she said she's doing it all. Everything I just named off. You have yet to dispute that.
Well, I do do stuff for their school. She doesn't always, you're not always the one taking them to school.
Okay,
I mean, I don't even know why you in here acting like you do that.
Let's not derail this thing because you never answered my original question.
So
do you plan to move out with your children? Or do you plan on moving out and allowing them to stay with her?
Well, I mean, at this point, she dragging me all in here to court. I mean, I want to go out. I want to go out and move and find.
What comes next is not kindness. It is justice, plain and clear. Financial responsibility, he dodges. The truth again. Judge demands answers. She is drained, tired of excuses. Court is done. Waiting. Will he step up or walk away again? Pressure builds. Final ruling incoming.
So the boys are going to stay with her. When are you trying to move out?
Like ASAP, because this is ridiculous. Like I can't even believe you brought me in here with this
When you say
foolishness.
ASAP, do you mean that you're going to leave court today and go find somewhere?
I mean, no, I'm gonna have to like get on my hustle, to like try and figure out, where I'm gonna go and, what I'm gonna do and how much is that gonna take.
What are we looking
to
at
get
in
that from-
timeline? Because we know the boys are going to stay with her when this happens. So timeline, give me a reasonable timeline that you're talking about doing this.
Within the next 2 months, I would say.
2 months, okay.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I needed to know.
I ain't trying to stay where I ain't.
Courtroom holds. Its breath decision lands like thunder, silence follows. She wants out fast, but offers no real date. Judge pushes harder, vague answers, no plan, no deadline. Court grows tense, time running out. Promise becomes pressure, pressure becomes law. Judge about to draw. The line silence, sharp stakes higher than edited stories, scattered truth, right?
Want it.
Well, I don't think that's what she's saying, ma'am. She's just saying she wants a little bit of assistance. She's not saying she's not willing to help you. That's not a fair assessment. How much money do you make a year?
At this point, probably around about 25.
25,000?
Yes, girl.
All right. You actually make more than that because we're going to deem that braiding as income. Now, she said you make about $1,200 a week. Is that true?
That is not true.
How much do you make a week?
It just fluctuates on how my clientele
Well, let's just do it by average then. On a monthly basis, how much money do you say you bring in from?
Says 25 grand, but the numbers scream more. Judge catches every crack. Side hustles, hair braiding, unreported cash. It all surfaces. Truth cuts deeper than dollars. Court smells. Deception, honesty, on trial now. Nowhere left to hide. Moment of exposure. Right here, right now. Calls it a favor. Judge calls it income to 50 a head.
Monthly, 1,200?
Yes, because I
And you do 3 or 4 heads?
I don't get heads. I don't get heads all the time. And some of the people she see me braid is like some of my girlfriends who, if I braid their hair, like they'll do my nails or they'll do my lashes or, they'll grab my kids from school for me if I need them to. It's like we help each other out. So I'm not always
I look
getting
like I was
money
born
paid.
yesterday.
No.
Right. So you want me to sit here and believe that braiding hair and you're charging how much per head?
It just depends. I mean, shorter ones, 80, longer ones, like
Not just friendly help. Courtroom. Listens, connects the dots. Her story unravels every word. Wait, every dollar counts. No more hiding behind excuses. Side hustle or not, truth demands clarity. Honesty takes the stand. Her mom dated his dad, then came heartbreak. Then came court. She says it's revenge, not rights. He says it's personal, not parenting.
That's not what she says. And she lives in a house
but she's not
with
she's
you.
not working with my clientele, and it really
So you don't tell her how much you get paid?
No, because she really huff and puff around the house. And really the only reason we here because my boyfriend Tank Daddy, who she was dating, broke up with her. And she was pissed about it. And so I didn't agree with the
okay.
situation. So that's the only reason why we really here is because she mad because I didn't take her side in the situation. When grown folks gonna do what grown folks gonna do, and that ain't none of my business. But I'm the one getting the brunt from it. I'm the one that's not doing something. I'm the one that's not doing what I'm supposed to do for my kids. So now it's an issue with my kids because her and my boyfriend's dad ain't in the right spot. And just because I didn't take her side.
Judge shuts it down fast. No room for grudges, no space for games. This is about kids, not history. And what's coming won't just hurt feelings, it'll reshape future.
And you know what? That's none of my business too, but let me tell you what is my business. I have your gross calculated at $3,283. That $1,200 that you just testified to, I'm deeming that as income in addition to what you make monthly. So that's how I got to that number, $3,283. That brings your net to $2,798. Let me see. Let me make sure I'm looking at the right number. Yes, $2,798.18. Do you have any other children outside of the 2 boys?
No, I do not.
Okay, and you're also going to pay for health insurance.
Court finds her true income over $3,200. No more hiding, no more lowballing. Judge sees through the noise. She owes support now. No room left for excuses. This isn't payback. This is parenting.
Monthly child support comes out to $699. Was $670. We're going to round it up. Plus, you have to do a reimbursement. Let me just make sure I don't go over the legal amount because they can't be over 3%. So $2,798.18 times 3%. So your health insurance reimbursement to mom, although you pay $275, according to the law, it can't be, the health insurance amount that she reimburses you cannot be more than 3%. So that caps at about $84.
Truth lands hard, but fair accountability finally showed up, and it's not leaving. No support order now includes medical reimbursement, every dollar counted, every excuse.
So $670 plus $84 is $754. That's how much you'll pay your mom a month.
$700.
$754, exactly.
Your breakup. That's what
No,
this is
because you need to
This
pay
is
for
what
your
this
own
is
children, ma'am.
This is what
Excuse
this is
me,
about.
I'm speaking. It's $754. It's what's in the best interest of the children. These are your children, not your mother's children. These are her grandchildren. And I went ahead and ordered that you pay child support because based on your testimony, you'll be moving out in a couple of months anyway. So there we are. Do you have any other questions?
No, I don't.
Okay. Do you have any other questions?
No, thank you, Your Honor, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you. See, all you had to do.
Don't say nothing to me.
Dismissed. Judge holds steady, firm, but fair. Final numbers locked. No more running, no more hiding. $754 each month price of walking away. Judge makes it clear, these are your kids, not your mother's. This is not revenge. This is responsibility, if you believe. Children deserve support. Speak up, like, comment, subscribe. Verdict Central delivers truth no matter how hard.